Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore, and this is Railgods of Hysterra. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but this is a demo. I don't usually play demos or show them here, make videos for them, but I wanted to share this because it looks really good, and I wanted to bring it to people's attention better. Yeah, so in the idea, like the concept for this from what I'm seeing is, it's Lovecraft based, as you may have be able to tell from the picture of Cthulhu in the background there and some rather odd looking things. The idea is the great old ones have risen up and, like, the apocalypse has happened. You are a dreamer, and this game is designed to be played either 1 to 5 players. You can play with friends. But the idea is you're a dreamer and you're surviving by using a railgod, which is essentially a living train creature that you seem to. I'm not sure. I'm hoping we'll get some details on like how it works, what the concept is for sure as we play. My understanding is like you created it maybe using your powers as a dreamer. That's something that I'd have to explain in detail. Possibly it'd be hard to explain right. Lovecraft stuff, dreamers can go into a different, kind of like a separate world, and they have a lot of funky powers. So yes, this is a demo though, so a lot of these things are probably going to be a bit rough around the edges. A lot of these things are probably going to change with time, but look at this. The art is amazing already. I've got it down a little quiet on some of these things sound-wise, which I'm actually okay with. Let me turn this up just a little. There we go. Music sounds good. Alright, so we're going to check the controls real quick. You can currently customize the controls through the in-game options menu. Alright, so single player, I guess. Because we are going to do that. Insert game name. Insert a game password. Alright. It's a demo, I don't care. People can see that. It's not like this is going to last very long as a game anyway, since when this actually comes out and I buy it, assuming I like it, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to, I'm then going to, of course, redo everything because I would want to start from the beginning and see how everything's changed and whatnot. Alright, I like some of the designs. You can change your hair color. Great. Eye color, eyebrows. That's funky. You can do different colored eyebrows versus your hair and everything else. Let's just create some conformity here. Yes, some funky mustaches. Alright, classics. Huh. Alright. We kind of look like some mad scientist type, but let's face it, if we're dealing with a, ooh, I like some of these. What? What are we? Okay. I'll just go with that look. That one is pretty amazing though with some of those. I'm liking the design variables. They have a good number in here. Let's go with that. Cosmetics. Oh, okay. Earrings, hat. I hope that they expand on that so you can do multiples, like combos of some of these cosmetics, not just a hat or an earring or an eye patch or whatever. Like, if you could combine a few of these things, that would be great. Sure, let's go with the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde look. Or Van Helsing, I guess, in some ways. Character name Nicholas. Well, I'm going to go with that. Because that's what I usually do. And there we go. Got stuck on your travels? Forget how to create a specific something or other? I've awakened to some compelling call within my mind. A call which I cannot seem to resist, no matter what. The Crypt and the Dreamers. In the months before the arrival of the Great Old Ones, the weird fiction writer H.P. Lovecraft gathered from across the globe a team of expert dreamers. Each dreamer secreted themselves within hidden crypts and suspended in a mystical sleep by an elixir. Each entered the Dreamlands, there to seek solutions of the various sorcerers and scientists who existed there. Objectives: leave the room, craft a stone axe, destroy the wooden barrier. Alright, given how that flashy is, I feel like I may need to give a epilepsy warning right now, as if that's flashing like that, who knows what else might be. The game objectives are displayed on the left side of the screen. Keep an eye on them often to know how to proceed with the gameplay. Once an objective is completed, you can remove it from the list by clicking on the Done button. Alright. My understanding is also we'll have various stats, like is a survival game. Alright, click is to punch. Alright, move over to E to collect. Tab for inventory. Compendium. Knowledge. The Crypt and the Dreamers. Alright, so we can review anything we find and come across info-wise. I don't... Oh, okay. Middle mouse button, you can turn the screen around. Alright, up and... Yeah, okay, yeah. Funky looking. Design of everything here. Oh, that's a chest. Okay, I was thinking it was an altar. Alright. Oops. Okay, E again does not do that. Right click. Does it? Okay. Or I can do transfer all. Uh-huh. What else is there here? Why does a crypt have a fireplace? Or what sure looks like a fireplace. Blueprint totem. Alright, a detailed schematic to craft flint. Stone axe. Tattered armor. And tattered armor leggings. Well, when collected, it goes into the crafting tab. Well, the characters are easy to craft the related item, but remember you must have the right ingredients available. Alright. Yep. Crafting. Alright, I think I need to make... Click and hold. Okay. Flint. And... axe. And inventory. Cleaving tool reliable as only a primitive weapon can be. Right click to equip. Alright. That's better. Alright, so if I hold... no, nevermind, that doesn't do that. I'm trying to figure out these controls. Leave the room. Done. Okay. Satiety? What is that? I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. This icon indicates your level of satiety. If the I'm good. Just skip that word. Level drops to 0, your maximum hit points will start to decrease until they're halved. Remember to eat often. Okay, so we do need food. And if we don't eat often enough, our health will halve. Alright. Celery plant? Alright. An interesting choice. Though, given that celery isn't particularly nutritious, that seems an odd choice. In fact, I click to use. Alright. Leave the crypt. Go out. All in all, the movement itself seems pretty easy. Player starting the server is automatically tagged as the conductor. Only conductors can carry something. I missed that part. Minimap. Top right is displayed on the right side of the screen. You can console it anytime to navigate through the lands of Hysterra. New sections of the map will be revealed as you explore the territory. You can click on the minimap to reset the camera rotation to its default value. You can also view the world map by pressing the M key on your keyboard. Okay, we can zoom in and out, only a little bit. Break these? They are breakable. That's good to know. Weapon does not appear to have durability. Odd. Yes. Random crypts. Can't walk in the water. Okay. Explore the surroundings. Working on it. Alright, so this is where we came out of, right? It's a little pyramid shape. And given some of the costumes we could pick, I wonder if that's going to be tied into... Oh, shoot. What was that guy's name? The Black Pharaoh. As maybe someone we're going to be working with or against. Though, as I recall, the Black Pharaoh was a large character in regards to the Dreamland, so if we are a dreamer, that could actually make some sense as to how we could have some association with him. Ooh. Hello. Alright, we can break trees down and collect them. I'm gonna have to be more careful about swinging at random items, it seems, and make sure what I can and can't. Okay, I hope they include a button like you can toggle to make pick-upable items highlighted more. They seem to have them pretty, like, they seem to stick out pretty well already in some cases. But a game with a top-down perspective like this, I always like to have a little extra help making sure I don't miss an item or an interactable. Because it's so easy to just not see something if it happens to fall behind another item. I really like the art. I almost wish I could zoom in more or go into a first-person perspective to really appreciate some of this. But then I guess a first-person perspective wouldn't work because then you'd have to be able to look out and above and all around. Surprised to see humans, even if dead, need to check their belongings. The apocalypse. There are survivors of this wasted earth, half insane humans and things far less than human, roaming seemingly aimlessly across the madness-ravaged landscapes. Okay, it made mention of checking their inventories, but, like checking them for stuff, but then they're non-interactable. Oh, there we go, this one. Remember, never let her run out of food. She's always hungry. Huh. Earthling mush. A mass of blade tissues. Railgods have a sweet tooth for it. Alright, so it looks like we have a food of our railgod that we have to account for as well. Seems like it could activate a mechanism. Bandage. Cooked potato. Good to fill the stomach. Crafted a cooking barrel. Oh, I do like that they put in the points of, like, here's where you can craft it. Alright. Once again, that backpack right there, I could easily have missed. That is something I would like to be able to make visible. Like, have it highlight, kind of like how you do in Diablo. Ooh, hello there. You got a ranged attack, you too. Ooh, okay, we can press space to dodge. To dodge roll, anyway. Okay, it has a couple seconds of cooldown. Still, that could be very useful. I guess the item, the interactable item does appear on the mini-map, but that still, like, doesn't narrow it down as much as I would like. I'm sure there's a way to sneak up on guys. Is it worth taking the time to do so? Of course. As I head around later. Let's see how this works. Nope. Okay, they noticed. Pretty quick. Alright. Collect leather scraps, collect all this other junk, break this. I'm not quite sure what that was. Ooh, a rock? Oh, okay, so we have to collect all sorts of components. Only some of these rocks are collectible. Alright, I can click and hold to continuously attack. That's good. I do like that I can just click and hold instead of having to tap endlessly to keep attacking. Alright, that's there, that's there. This is probably where I need to go. Let me check up here real quick and just make sure I'm not missing any goodies. This is only a demo, but I do want to properly explore still. Lots of water. Oh, can't hit that. I remember to chop down trees. I have a suspicion we're going to need a lot of resources. Go. Okay, looks like every tree drops the same thing every time. One stick and one log. Given that my weapon doesn't seem to have durability as far as I can tell, I wonder how quickly I'm going to burn through items. Or need to replace items. How often am I going to need to create new items? That sort of thing. There we go. Alright, well, the world's come to an end. Time to really end it with some deforestation, I guess. Alright, we've gotten a good bit of resources. Let me just collect a teeny bit more, and then I want to see how my inventory is holding up. Because something that can make or break a game is the inventory system. In some cases, you can kind of get away with a degree of it, like Diablo, for example. I always fill up my inventory super fast and have to go make trip after trip to go back to town and sell things, just because I'm unwilling to just leave them lying around. But it's also annoying to have to constantly go back to do that. So depending on how many things we need to pick up, and Diablo with that, it's like I don't have to pick up, but I could. So depending on the amount of stuff we need to pick up in this game, especially for basic crafting and survival purposes, that could make or break this game if our inventory fills up super easily and gives us trouble. Alright, I think that'll do. We've gotten a lot of goodies. Now let's check our inventory. Yeah, we're filling up fast. That's just wooden sticks. So... Looks like we need a lot of food. That's also something that could be a problem, depending. Well, here's where we need the lever. Check. Oddly, can't hit the things that I think you would be able to on that one. I would have expected to be able to hit those various sacks and whatnot. Boxes we can, though. Did I say dirty water? Dangerous to drink as is. Alright, so I'm guessing we'll get a way to purify it. Whoop, here we go. Oh, Railgod, this is the source of the call, and our operation was a success. The magic of the Dreamlands allowed us access to the waking world, and the use of the shoggoth plasm has created this titan. Okay, so we took a shoggoth as a core component, it sounds like, and turned it into a living train thing. Incomprehensible thing of the stars. A creature from beyond the rim of madness. My God, my creation, it's here. Master, help me. Use gift. Master, feed me. Feed me, Seymour. Sorry. Just give me Little Shop of Horrors vibes there. The Railgods. From the hideous priests of the Plateau of Lane came the secrets of the Shoggoth plasm. Living masses of sentient shape-changing flesh that could be bonded and entangled with machines in the waking world. Symbiotically enmeshed with the iron and steel of great locomotives. And piloted by the Dreamers upon their return to Earth. These Railgods would travel the endless railways, fueled by sacrifice and arcane magics. Dark Gift, Dark Bolt, and Seismic Wave. She has bestowed you with 2 dark gifts, the Dark Bolt and the Seismic Wave. Press R and C to use them. Destroy your enemies and save the Railgod. Alright. Oh, okay, obliterated those 2 with that. Ow. Alright, a little tricky to aim, but at least they give me a targeting reticle as it were. Gotta grab all your stuff. Alright, we got a funky carriage. Done, done, done. I gotta remember to clean up all this everything from time to time. Can't go over there. Okay. I suppose standing in front of a giant eldritch entity with a bunch of teeth like that and made out of a shoggoth would probably be bad for a general plan of health. Alright. Satchel, belt. Okay, I have a little more inventory space than I was initially thinking. Since it looks like I can put stuff in my belt as well as elsewhere. And I'm guessing I'll be able to... how do I equip... Okay, add to quick slots. So like... what? Okay, yeah, so if, just kind of like Diablo, if add things to there. Hold control to select the magic wheel if I want. Alright, that's good to know. Looks like the items have a cool... like, the abilities probably have some cooldown. But they don't seem to have like a mana level cost, at least not at this point in the development of the game. Get on board. Yeah, okay. Wait, hold on a second. Can I do anything else here? No. Had to check. Alright, that makes eating a lot easier, though, just being able to hotkey that. Well, my railgods should be ready to eat pretty heavily as well, given I have a bunch of earthling mush to feed to it, aka probably mad people who have lost their minds. Railgod satiety. This icon indicates the railgod's level of satiety. Feed her with mush using the locomotive cage and the control panel. In the locomotive, you can resume your journey. Keep an eye on the number indicated to know how many stops you can visit with the current level of satiety. Alright. If the level reaches 0, the railgod will stop at a random place. It will not be possible to resume the journey until this is restored. This number represents how much you can feed the railgod using the mush you have in your inventory or stored on the train. Okay, so bottom number is how much I can feed them up to. Upper number is what they can take. Oh, that's funky. Open supply chest. Okay, I'm guessing I can store stuff here then. Sorry. Let me take a look here. Use workbench, blueprint desk. This is the blueprint desk. Here you can study and acquire new blueprints. Place an item marked with the magnifying glass in the empty slot. It can be either any raw ingredient or the final item they're a part of. It'll work either way. Click study in the info box and wait for the blueprint desk to complete its work. You can track the progress with its progress bar. Once the study is complete, just transfer the blueprints to your dreamer. Remember, a dreamer can enrich the blueprint desk by adding blueprints already found. Click on Transfer All to share your knowledge with everyone on the train. That's handy. In this way, even a new dreamer can acquire advanced blueprints at any moment. Note the blueprint desk will unlock only certain blueprints, others are scattered in secret or remote locations of Hysterra. Good hunting. I like that. Alright. What is this one? Bandage blueprint. For single, transfer mount. Study. Right click. Okay. Oh, you already have that one, I guess. So that's good to know. I'd like that it has an indicator for if you've already studied something or not. Ooh, this unlocks a lot. Huh. Yeah, it looks like it gives a check mark if you've already studied it or already have the knowledge from it. Torch. Creates a torch. Yeah, I figured that much out. Stone pickaxe blueprint. Redstone pickaxe blueprint. Okay. Generic arrows. Redstone. Ah, okay. Hey, that still hasn't filled in though, so that suggests maybe there's more we could learn. Maybe we have to get more info on it in order to learn from it, or I'll have to figure that out. Okay, what's the purpose of studying that though if we've already got the answer? And I can't restudy that, so that's there. Alright. Well, we're learning. All the blueprints. Tender chest. Okay, cooked small fish. So we got a lot of food. Wooden planks. Everything else. Alright, let's put some of this in here then. No, okay, mill mouse by instruction. Got it. Okay, let's keep that on me. There we go. Transfer some of these sticks over. Alright, I'm just gonna keep those on me for the moment, since I want to look. That's the locomotive. Okay, that's where I need to go. I guess I should just go in here right now. Alright. Use Railgod feeder. Have some mush. Huh. You can feed all sorts of stuff. Alright, let's just do that for now. I want to hold on to some of these things for the moment. Activate the feeder. Alright, so it goes on that panel, and then he reaches out, grabs it. Okay. Good. Alright, so now it's fed. Happy times. Not sure what's up with this heart. Can't do anything with it. Guessing it's important though. Ooh, hello. Talked with Abdul al-Azrad. Ah, the mad Arab. Okay. Who is responsible for the Necronomicon? Oh, dreamer! You have found your railgod, and this is no longer a dream. You are now a godkeeper, symbiotically connected to your railgod. Ah, there are things you must do to help secure your carriage and deepen the symbiosis between you and your railgod. Build up walls, and a roof. Expand your train. You can enter build mode by using the B key on your keyboard. Great. First off, let's look at this. Broken radio station. Repair workbenches. In this section, you can repair the workbench. Select the repair requirements line to repair the workbench, but remember you must have the right ingredients available. Okay. Well, glad I held on to the human mush. I need something else, though, that I don't have. So, okay. Build. Welcome to the building system of Railgods of Hysterra. From this module, you'll be able to build and customize not only your carriages, but also workbenches, containers, etc. Let's start. What would you like to build? Click on the carriage tab to enable the carriage building mode. Now, what skill type are you interested in? Carriages, like workbenches, can be tied to a specific skill. When they're not, they belong to the generic type tab. Okay. Tip: fully closing your carriages with modules of the same skill type and building related workbenches inside can bring some significant improvements. These are the modules the carriage is split into. Bomb modules need to be built first. Then you can move on to the top ones. Select one of the bottom modules. Alright, these are module variations. Some skill categories come with several module variations that are just visual options to unleash your creativity and bear no changes to the gameplay whatsoever. Go crazy with the variations and show your friends your amazing characters. Got it. Select a module variation. Make sure you have all the necessary resources to build it and click on one of the green quads of the flatbed. Tip: running out of resources to build your carriages looks like you're in for a walk. Get off board and scavenge around, collect resources, and then get back to building your carriages. Yeah, so this is a survival type setup, so we are going to be having to do various runs for supplies. Lower straight, carriage lower wall, carriage lower corner, carriage door. Not enough resources for any of the other stuff. Okay. E again to close that. Build a log workbench. Oops. Click the Workbenches tab to enable the Workbench building mode. Able to build a workbench. Just like carriages come with their own skill type, click on the crafting skill icon. Place a workbench of a specific skill type inside of a fully closed carriage can bring significant improvements. Look up for the log workbench, click on it, and place it on one of the green quads. I gotta make some flint. Thankfully I have a good bit of stone. Stonemason table. Crushes, cuts, assembles, and sands all the rocky materials. Transforms a variety of raw materials into intermediate goods. Craft both weapons and armor pieces. When playing for simple woodcraft and weapon making. Alright. First, I need to make some flint. Which means I need to go in here and crafting. There we go. Now let's build. Workbenches. This one. Let's put it. Alright, done. Before we do that, let me take a look at this. Create items with workbenches. In this section, you can create items using the workbench. Select the line of the item you want to start. Do you want to create to start the creation process? But remember, you must have the right ingredients available. The items created are added to the results section of the UI. Remember to check it off. Okay. Wood beam. Apparently important for something. Wooden spear, javelin, looks like a throw, arrows, wooden beam, or fishbone arrows. Interesting. Wooden wedge, required advanced wooding and carpentry. Wood planks. Ah, good. I can set up a queue of how many I want. I'm gonna want a bunch of these, though. Especially as do I have to be sitting here to work. Okay, the sound effects need a little clearer, it seems. Looks like it's working without me being standing there, so let's talk to Abdul. Can't stay long here, can't stay. You must reach a station. Station! How do I get there? Antenna, you can't repair the antenna here. Resume your journey while I think about how to fix it. Once the radio is repaired, it will help you pinpoint a station on the chaos of the endless railway. But first, you must close and secure your carriage. Train map. At any time, the conductor can stop the train by clicking the 0 speed button. Okay. that 0, or O, or I'm not quite sure which one of those buttons it actually is. I think it might be D0 or O. But now 0 would be used for the quick bar though, so keep an eye on the train map to see when a new location is available. Choose where to stop and then press the S key to leave the train. Good to know. You can also track your journey on the overworld map. Press the M key while on the train to display it. The conductor can reserve a specific stop directly from the overworld map. At every stop, the Railgod's stage decreases by 1 notch. Make sure to feed her regularly. Radio station. The radio station allows you to communicate with towns while you are on the train. Some of its components are made of rare materials, such as copper, which can be found in mines and caves. Due to numerous interferences, to function properly, the radio station must be in an enclosed carriage. Go to the wastelands. Alright. Sounds like I need to make a pickaxe, for one thing. Ooh, wood chips. Have to have wood. I wonder what those are going to be used for. Go in here. Nothing with that? Alright. Let's take a look at this overview map. Misty Hollow Graveyard, Mining Lake Campground, Brineport Haven. I wonder what all these others are. Seems like I can't scroll over after a certain point. I'm guessing these are other rails we can move over to, and they're probably, judging from their colors, probably different dangerous levels. Downside I am seeing here, health is not great, and it looks like we have to eat even while we're on here. Alright, hold up. Okay, so let's move. Oh, that's a 0, I guess it's. Move the journey, conductor only. Halt the train at the next stop. Conductor only. Press X and leave the train. Alright. Let me... crafting... stone pickaxe. Need these. And I can craft that. I suspect I'm going to need a torch for something. Interesting. Well, while we're waiting, I guess I should prepare the radio station to meet in town. I should build some more walls and things. And down here, usually. 1 second, the cat just knocked a bunch of stuff down. I can't pause it like that. Okay, good to know. That's always good to know ahead of time. Did you just knock down before, you idiot? Okay. Does that top freeze anything? No. Yeah, okay, okay. Gonna take a lot of wood, so we're gonna have to make tons of trips in and out of wood, it looks like, or to build everything we need. That also means I need to clean out excess stuff from my inventory to make room. go. I think we're about to the point where we can pause, or we can stop this train movement. I'm guessing once they're in this colored area is when we can stop it and get on, or get off to those areas. Maybe not. Let's find out. Yep. That's the way it's looking like. Is probably that's where we can now go. Exit leaves the train. Alright, let's test something here. I'll leave feedback later. Alright, that'll hopefully stop it from, starving me to death while I clean up whatever the cats made a mess of. So I'll be right back. There we go. Okay, so that's how that loads right now. A little hard to read, the text was really small. I'm back now, and let's see where we're at. Yep, okay, right here. All is good there. Let's jump off the train and how it goes. Are you sure you want to leave the train? Okay. Okay, so the numbers change the travel speed. Okay, good to know. I could have gotten there faster. This icon represents your level of madness. When you find yourself exploring the lands of Hysterra, your madness level will begin to increase. Once certain madness levels are reached, you will start to be unable to recognize some items in your inventory. That's an odd touch. Once certain levels of madness are reached, the minimap and the world map will appear distorted. Right, so we can get back on the train here. We have a supply chest. Okay, so we can drop things off here. That's nice, at least. Quick return. Leather armor, gloves. Equip. Hide. Tea seeds seems important. Purified water. That seems important. That doesn't look natural growth-wise. Alright. Build a trapper workbench. Create a trap. Build a cage. Trap an enemy confined in it. Huh. That's gonna be a tricky one. Oh, it's a grass apparently. Well, let's get some supplies and then we can climb aboard and work on the work. Okay. Didn't work. I was seeing if I could put those birds. I'm guessing there will be a way to reduce our madness, but I don't know what it is. Collect all that, collect all that. Or how this would change playing with other people. I feel like there would be risks of missing out on things just because someone else could get ahead of you and just see a bunch of stuff you want to see before you even get there. Yeah, that works much better on the stone than what I had previously equipped. So, gotta swap between items. I hope that they eventually hotbar that a little bit differently. Just so you can easily swap between those. I feel like that would help a ton. for ease of play would just be to hotbar items. Oh wait, can I? 3. Ah, okay. So I could do 3. And 5. Okay, you can hotbar items. That's good to know. Next question would be, if I go on board, does it just automatically cause me trouble? Like, do I lose the area, or do I have to? It shouldn't change the area, but through the heart placed in the tender, the railgod can lower your madness level and turn it into a useful resource. Horror. Once certain horror levels are reached, you can unlock a God Keeper skill capable of altering your playstyle. Remember to offer madness to the railgod every time you board the train to unlock as many God Keeper skills as possible. Well, that answers that question as to what this is for and everything. Alright, we got a long way to go there. Yeah, got a long way to go there. Fibers. Study that. I'm gonna need those. Make string. Dreamer Ock, you'll need more carriages. Look for a lighthouse. There is a mechanic there who can provide you with a flatbed which you can build into a carriage. A mechanic, you say? Yes, of the guild, Ock, the Mechanics Guild. Seek him out at the lighthouse. I think he can give you a hand to get the copper wires needed for the radio station. Fear not if you miss a stop. Other stations of the same type will invariably cross your path. Merely fuel your railgod and press on with your journey to reach them. Train map quest icons. At some train stops, it's possible to encounter NPCs. Keep an eye on the map and the stop icons to know in advance what the next stop has in store for you. That's good to know. Alright, build. Workbenches. Compost bin. Farming station. Containers for various things. Chest T2, chest T1. Miscellaneous. Cage. Big enough to contain the tainted and a few dangerous beasts. Don't see a trapper workbench, so that's something. Switch to dismantle section. Oh wait, there we go. I have to change the crafting elements. Workshop, artisan, stonemason, cooking, fermenter, melee dummy, bullseye, trapper. There's the trapper one. Okay. 5 logs, 5 string, 5 that. Well, let's make some of these again. And craft these. I didn't have to keep clicking this to keep making them. I wish I could kind of set up a queue like I can with the logs here. Okay. Oh good, if I step away the sound stops on that. That's nice. Good to know. Okay, trapper, survivalism. I can go there. And what can I make here? Rope, strings. Looks like some of these things can be built here on queue. Alright. So I guess it's more of a Once I make the right workbench, then I can make things a little easier. Create a trap, build a cage, trap an enemy. That there. Let me create more string, I guess. Oh, that's weird looking. Like a weird little tentacle arm is up there working on stuff. Funky animation, I like it. Take those. Yeah, study the screen, I bet, in order to get... Nope. Can't do that. At least not right now. That's different. Though it's showing as that. Alright, I'm guessing this confined enemy thing is going to take a while, and we're not going to get it done just yet. Let me store some things. Odd enough that it is kind of odd that we don't really need like the water isn't the primary thing. Guess I want to leave the train. Let's find out now if this changes how the map looks. All in all, this is flowing really well for a demo, and especially one that for a game that hasn't even entered early access yet, as far as I know. I also wonder if I open, like, if I put stuff in the supply chest, would it just automatically go to my train when I get it? Or do I have to come back out and grab it, all that stuff? You know? Alright, let's get our supply grabs taken care of primarily first. Alright, the tentacle's in the way, or there we go. Definitely need more stone. Ooh. That's some funky looking stuff. Totally gonna turn my back to that while I harvest. Not gonna worry about that spawning like some weird facehugger monstrosity or whatever into my back. Alright, good supplies. Very much wish I had a highlight. There's so many areas here where I could accidentally miss some resources that I really will want, just because I've been able to, just because of issues of, whoops, I didn't see that. Alright, so far so good there. Inventory's holding up alright, let's keep looking. A little deeper here, but first let's go over here. Drop this off. Oh, I missed an item up there, okay. So they do have something here. It looks like that causes these to actually... Alright, so they do have an indicator, but like... I would like one that, you know, makes it easier to see them when I'm right there, not when I've wandered off already and then had to look back and go, wait, did I miss something? There's an awful lot of birds still around here for a place for a apocalypse. What are you birds all eating? Ooh, cardboard ammo box. Sand, stone. That mean I'm gonna be able to build a shovel and collect sand, or something else? Or this sounds actually like something I want to eat. Kitty, stay out of trouble. Okay, the boar is tough. Ability has a good bit of cooldown. The boar is apparently also dumb. Alright. Neat. Now I'm seeing it is very important to collect as much wood as I can, because I am going to need a buttload of it to get the whole train worked on. Oops. Ow. Okay, that actually hurts. I wonder how healing works. It feels like I'm not getting anything for healing. The food doesn't seem to heal. Which could be a problem for me. Savage. Crazy fisherman, savage. Oh wait, bandage. Duh. Alright, those do heal over time. I'm awake, really. Why didn't I think of bandages? Of course, bandages. Tea plant, well, collect dirty water. Backpack full, okay. Well, let's run back and drop things off. I do like that these things have their own spot. You know? Kinda wish there was a faster run option. Don't think I have one though. Kitties, please don't make a mess over there. Alright, enemies show up as red on the map. That's good to know. Oh, deer carcass, huh? Did I get anything out of that? Raw meat. Okay. It's the cubed raw meat. Ew, pulsating ground stuff. Alright, well, we're healed up, so let's go over here and try to take these guys out, I think. Alright, these guys are dumb enough to back off from me. Like, I could separate them from each other. Oh, okay, one-shot kill. Great. And I'm dead, which put me back here, which also emptied my pack of everything. Alright, so I don't have any weapons around me or anything. All I have is my abilities, so I have to fight with that. Run back. Let's see how this works. Alright, transfer all. And move while I cast that spell. That's good to know. Alright. This is a good spot to test another thing. And I just drop something, and if I do, can I pick it up later? Let's drop dirty water. Okay, it is pickable. I can pick it up still. Good. That makes a difference. Also, apparently we can come back from the dead, which is an interesting touch. Oh, this has more stuff in it now. Okay, that's weird. Noted. Huh. How does that work? With everything. How to make this work? I definitely feel like the supply chest there is like just there for us to drop things into. And it should, resist on should, I feel, bring stuff into the train when we go back without having to stop and pick everything up again. Otherwise it would just be annoying to have to go back and forth, especially if, like, say stuff gets lost. If we like leave it in there, that would be a real just pain. It's like, why have that there then? So that's on the list of things we'll have to discover, I suppose, to be sure. But I would be a little surprised if it didn't work that way. Don't knock that down, kitties. Oh, whoop, I did not jump back in time. Kitties, no, no. Not why you two are being troublemakers tonight. Climbing on stuff you shouldn't. Alright. casserole. Take all this stuff. What's the purpose of coming up here? Rocks? Rocks. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, that's our madness kicking in, so that's what it means that we can identify some items. Ah. But to what purpose? Like, is it just for a or is there actual rhyme and reason to why it would do that? Looks like we've got a flies here. Strange fish, mostly made of fish bones. Weird. Raw steak. Wow, our madness is really getting up there. Iron trapping net, consumable trap, craft it. Alright, let's do. Can't assign that to a thing. Right. Trap an enemy, confine an enemy. So how does that work then? If I can't use it like that, I don't know how I assign it to anything. No, you don't. Not the boars. Okay, that guy, someone there has a very long range. Not too hard to aim. That's good at least. Didn't get anything out of that one. There seems to be a lot more to this place than it initially looked like. How big are these maps? Looks like they give me a lot I can go out and do. Which I'm really actually kind of happy about, because that's a nice touch. I need to go back and drop things off the log. Mini-map. Yeah, this feels like there's actually quite a bit here, potentially. Alright, we need to go back. Let's test out this theory on things transferring into the ship, or into the train, when we go back. And whether or not I need to keep coming back out, grab stuff, go back in. Which seems unlikely, but I want to make sure I know how this mechanic works. And if it's not set up like that, then that's a big one I would recommend for the devs to implement. Alright, let's take that, put that and that in. Right. Okay, we've got that. Then, what did I get here? Trapping lasso? Stick, yet effective binding tool for subduing weakened low tier enemies. Alright, I still don't know how to use those. Let's get on board. I have a theory of where they'd put it though. If they work the way I think they do, then they should bring it in, and then it should be here. Yes, okay. So that's great. That does make it very easy. Offer madness. Thank you. That makes things better. This is just a standard storage chest then. And I'm gonna want those. Though death is kind of pointless in a lot of ways, like other than as an annoyance. Anything here I can research? No. Look like it. Oh wait. That. And the iron scraps. I do like that it doesn't consume the item. That's a nice touch. Range fishbone blueprint. Scrappy lockpick blueprint. Huh. That suggests that I'm gonna need lockpicks for something. Okay. Let's do that and that. I need to build more storage. I build in here. I can only build in these areas. That's good to know. Containers. Yep. I need more string. Let's get to work on that. I gotta get more grass. I don't like that I have to re-equip my armor every time. Every time I re-pick it up. That could maybe do some work. There we go, now I got plenty for making string. All working on it. And don't need more wood sticks. Is there something I can make out of wood sticks? Just to use them for something actually. Kind of. Wood planks. While those are working, let's look into what else we can make. Farming station. And the stone crafting could be important, especially since I do have to make some more flint and that might speed it up. Alright, so let's do that. Why can't it go there? That's different. Cooking. Trading dummy, rivalism, etc. and so forth. Stone fines. Crushed stone powder, key material for various applications. Overlook, so I don't have to listen to the saw while I look at this. Looks like there's a lot we can build here. Clay, plastic and versatile crafting material. Okay, well, it looks like I need to make some of this. Let's do that. build that there. Door there. Okay, now let's see. Outer roof corner, outer roof straight, roof center, and upper door. Alright, gotta get a lot more wood. Then we could make clay using dirty water as well. Make 2 of those. Grab this stuff. Grab some of this. Okay, that should allow me to build container. I can see why we need to make a bigger train. Like, we need to get more carts real quick, because the whole area here fills in way too quick. Yeah, we could fill up every container in here real easily. You know, I want that, grab that. That's all there, it's all there. Why can't I build more containers? That would be handy. Especially since there's a lot of unused space here otherwise. Build corners. Can't build one around that, actually. Oh, lower element missing. Gotcha. Ah, didn't realize that. Now I can build it. And that. And a center. Okay, that should complete our carriage here. This carriage is done. As far as confinement and building it all works. Nice. Just have to figure out how to make all this other stuff now. I don't know how any of these traps work. Craft trapper 1, craftsman trapper 2. Doesn't explain how to use traps. Okay, I have to figure that out. Make some flint. Let's get some. We don't have any more of that. Let's get more of these. Make some wooden wedges. Since I'm guessing I'll want some of those in the future. And this is the queue for this. There we go. That clears out a bunch of that. I don't know what to do with all this. solder. What to do with the wood chips? It says it's a resource. I'm pretty sure I can't feed it to my train. Because that seems odd. We get a lot of wooden sticks and there doesn't appear to be a real purpose for them. I don't know. Let's try doing that. No good. Yep, okay. Well, cleaned up some space in my inventory. So yeah, not a normal train, as we kind of already knew. And it's not happy with the average snacks. Okay, so we got a good bit of running around here. Let's add more of that to the list. And can I just store stuff here? Alright. Just tossing things in there to get out of my current pile here, so I have room. There we go, there we go. Alright, exit the train again. Let's see how this affects things. Now we've actually killed some monsters out here. Do the monsters respawn? Alright, we're here. Check. Yeah, this chest has a bunch of weird stuff in it. Why? Raw potatoes, rags. If I didn't already have these, I could get more. Great. The map is back to being unexplored, which probably means the monsters have respawned. Even though it's the same layout. Purified water, hide. Alright, so getting resources in this game is actually easy. Because everything respawns. Right now, it doesn't... That makes exploring some of this a little odd feeling, though. Makes me wonder what I could find and what I can't find. Secret-wise, how does that work? Like, if there's secret blueprints hidden somewhere? Fish. Alright. Anything weird on this island? This seems like a weird spot. That feels like something I should interact with. And I can't. But I bet that's something they'll add later on in the game, like this would be a really good spot to like have a tablet for lore building, like world building. Hey, find this record. Cool. That sort of deal. Ocean Thrasher. Fish person. Huh. Ow. What is going on with my vision right now? Is that due to my being healed? Or is that due to, like, so the stuff I ran into there, was that affecting my sanity? Oh, or is it because my hunger's high? Raw fish, rich in nutrients, tasty, crafted at cooking barrel. Right, let's eat that. Ah, okay, so it's my hunger. I do like they actually mentioned, you know, you might want to cook this first. Let's drop that. And actually do some exploring now. Just focus on exploring with all this. Oh, I don't like you being so close, thanks. There we go. There's another one of those bandages. Devil Reefer. Okay, so we must be like near Innsmouth, I'm guessing? Oh, wow, you're a lot stronger. Very strong. And I think I broke them. They just exploded. Okay. This makes me wonder if some of these items, like some of the scenery here, might be a potential harvestable at some point. Good. A rifle, thank you very much. I will take that. Alright, so that was worth climbing all the way out here just to get a rifle as a weapon, potentially. Looks like it does a ton of damage. It does have limited usage, though. And I can add it to my quick slots, so yeah. Oh. Map. Wow, yeah, these maps are a lot bigger. So it seems weird that they reset every time we go into the train. Just because of like how much there's in each of these, it feels weird to have it reset every time. Sand pile? Okay. Let's drop that. Give some space. Okay. Getting the hang of this combat a little better now. My sanity is not doing great. Raw small fish. Green manure. Let's go a bit deeper. Oh, hello there. You guys look unfriendly. How about I pick you off from a distance? What did you just drop? Alright, that's something I'm gonna want, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's drop the fish. Oh, I can't drop the stuff I'm having madness issues with. That's great to know. Tea seeds. Alright. This looks like something important. Okay. This feels like something that would tie in with a quest, potentially? Or that should be an interactable in the future, but isn't right now in the demo. Because that seems like the sort of thing that you'd be able to do something. Oh, you got a good lunch. His spear and my energy blast or whatever collided. Swarm. Okay, I'll give it to them. They have a good supply of different enemies right now already, which is a nice touch for the demo. Huh. Definitely feels odd, though, with a few of these areas. It feels like there should be something more here, like, especially this. This feels like there should be a story attached to it. Or an objective. Something that you could do with it. Maybe... Can I destroy it? Nope. My madness is not doing great, though. Can't destroy any of that. Huh. An old campfire. Let's drop those rags. There's a campfire. Never mind. Yeah, this also, once again, feels like a spot where I should be able to find something. And like where there should be a story involved. I got coal out of it, maybe? Alright, the madder I get, the less I can use my map. That kind of makes sense. Which makes it harder to navigate in general unless I know my way. This area up here. Ooh, my sanity is not good. Oof. Okay, so that's what happens. I wonder if I have room in my inventory, like, in some of the stacks, but since I'm mad, I can't tell what some of these items are enough to pick them up and add them to the stack. I can see that being a problem. Alright, well, I can't tell anything else out here. and this vision is actually a problem. So let's head back and get out of here. If I'm not mistaken... yeah, this should be the way out. Right down here, and yeah. I can see why they would want to have the options of, like, I can see where there's the advantage of, some of this is designed probably to keep things busy with multiple players. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be some way to balance it a little. Let's deposit madness. There we go. Okay, assign points. You can teleport yourself nearby the train. You can teleport yourself to an enemy if it... you cannot teleport if an enemy is targeting you. You can't teleport while you're on the train. Passive skill, map unveiling, gathering tentacle. Transforms your right arm into tentacles capable of gathering resources from the surrounding environment. Huh. Alright, I'm kind of more interested in the map ability right now. As I'm guessing the tentacle thing is more towards a purpose of, say, how to describe it. Elastic yet resistant skin from the abyss. I'm guessing that'll be handy for crafting certain heavier armors. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I have so many questions about some of this and how I might be able to work with it. Earthling mush, yeah, Okay, give you that. Alright. Then... crafting. Fishbone. Blueprint. Craft one of those guys. Where to go if I crafted it? Oh, for that. Hard cartilages. Which lets me research what now? Fishbone idol. A detailed schematic to craft a fishbone idol. Why? For decoration purposes or for practice? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Looks like there's a lot more here. I wonder how far the demo itself goes. Like if it goes very much further than this, or if it's only till... let's try speed. See how fast that goes along. Oh, much faster. Okay. love the scenery. I love the design. Definitely feels a little clunky at times, and like I don't know. There's a couple pieces that I kind of wish were a little clearer, but like maybe if there was a better way to make some. I could just get out nowhere. That's an interesting thing. And yeah. But I love the scenery, I love the look of it. A lot of this is fairly functional. Oops, wrong way. I do wish the inventory was a little easier to work around. In some cases, like, it feels like how to put it. I don't know what's important, so I want to hold on to everything. Some things definitely seem rarer than others, but there isn't a clear cut, oh yeah, you'll want this, but not this. Actually, I think I've got some of those in the other one. There. And I think I could... Like, I also... Like, part of me's like, try to demolish some things to try to make room for other things, but I don't want to break something and, like, just lose the resources straight up. Possibly... Like, there's some things it doesn't explain that I could find out through experimentation, but I don't want to risk the loss from the experimentation. But since this is a demo, I guess I could. Like, if I was just playing, I wouldn't want to. But let's try build, dismantle, and then. Okay, it does give me some. It does give me the resources back. Like, I can dismantle that and that. But I can't dismantle workbenches from the looks of it. Oh no! Okay, I have to select work. No, wait, no. Yeah, I can't dismantle that. So, okay, yes, I can. So, okay. So I go into dismantle, and then I have to select the right thing to dismantle. Workbenches, miscellaneous. So I could break down a workbench like that one. I do get the resources back, and that would allow me to move different things around. Okay. At the same time, I feel like I would rather just not have to keep swapping things around to make this work. It's a tough one. Well, let's take a quick look at the village, just to see what that looks like, and then I'm going to end this episode here, and I'm going to call that good for the Railgods of Hysterra right now, because any further videos, anything I'd want to do would be on the actual, like, completed product. But I will say, for a demo, this is going well. Like, handling, play-wise. Wait, hold up. I am at the village, right? Why is there a completed map here? Oh, because my ability to fill in the map. Duh. My map filler ability actually does just that. It fills in the map. Alright, that's handy. How is this different from other places I've been, though? Ooh, do you just follow me endlessly? Or would I need... Okay, you just follow me. The enemies just give chase. That's really important. Some of this looks very similar to that first area I was at, so that's a little odd, honestly. Feels weird. Because I'm like, wait, new place? The same place. New plants. What happens if I eat a bad fish? Like an uncooked fish? So far, nothing. I'm not sure if that's the way it's supposed to be. Alright. Combat, not bad. The combat system, I saw some people complaining about that in the like the comments on the game a little bit. But all in all, I would say it's fully workable. I mean, here's some area that actually looks different. Can I go in any of these buildings? Ooh, that looks odd. Can't do anything with it though. So no interaction there. I'm just ignoring these guys for now. Looks like standard running around like a lunatic and avoiding enemies is a viable option. To an extent anyway. They don't give up, but I can just avoid them. Steal all their plants. Potatoes, those make sense as a food. More so than the celery. Examine books. Ah, there is lore. Battalion 357, Federal Command, 1927, Operation Innsmouth. Commander Thorne reporting, we have been conducting patrol operations along the designated sector. While daylight reconnaissance yielded no anomalies, nocturnal conditions have proven otherwise. The vessel's hull experienced intermittent vibrations, and Petty Officer Hart reported distinct rhythmic impacts originating midship and gradually dissipating toward open water. This evening, I am deploying a 3-man dive team for an underwater inspection. Should all communications cease, I hereby request that Central Command initiate contingency protocols and dispatch immediate reinforcements to our last known coordinates. Intelligence suggests the presence of an unidentified maritime threat. Godspeed and vigilance are imperative. Acquire new knowledge. Alright. How does that help though? Like, what does that affect? Ooh, dead. Okay. Map? I was way down there. You know what? We're calling it good anyway, because I'm not planning on coming back to this demo. Let's just jump in, move on, leave my stuff behind. We'll move on. We're going to go to the lighthouse and see what is said there. Then I'll end the episode, just because I feel like I don't want to just jump out without doing that. Because if there's going to be an end to the demo where it's just like, Thanks for playing the demo. Here's the end. That's where I feel like it would be. And maybe I'm wrong. It looks like there's Coast Town. Yeah, there's a lot of different things here. Alright, and get out. Train still moving, jump out. Alright, lighthouse. Oh, okay, there's a different symbol on here. There's a person I can actually talk to. A recipe, leather armor chest. What? A recipe, found a chest. Okay. That's how recipes work. So far. Good. Let's see. Let's just avoid fights as much as we can and get to this NPC that we can talk to. Talk with mechanic. Name's Ron, head mechanic. What can I do for you? Heard you could help me with my train. Sounds like you could use a flatbed on your own train. Lucky for you, I've got just the thing. Thank you, Ron. I really appreciate it. Don't mention it. Oh, and before I forget, I was informed by Abdul that you are in need of copper wires. My twin brother Jeremy can give you some. Return to the train and find a stop with a cave access. There you'll find Jeremy. Will do. Thanks for the heads up. At some train stops, it's possible to find entrances to secret locations. Keep an eye on the map and the stop icons to know in advance what the next stop has in store for you. Alright, so it definitely sounds like we haven't found everything we could find in this demo after all. Since, oh good, glad I can't accidentally hit him. Ooh, can we just go in here? Player is being targeted. Okay, that's right. Yeah, no. I'm not being targeted anymore. I've stopped all the targeting. Ooh, okay, vision-wise, that was a problem. Alright, I shouldn't be getting targeted anymore, so let me see if it'll let me in. Alright, that might be a glitch then that they need to work on, because that looks like an interactable, enterable area. But it's saying, hey, you're being targeted. I wonder if it's because I clicked on it when I was being targeted and now it's jammed that way? Or what? Okay. All in all, I like the feel of the area. I like the feel of the game. I find it weird that like the maps reset when you go back into the train. And I feel like, given the limited inventory space, that affects my exploration feel, like how I want to explore everything. But I do like the spread of enemies. The combat's pretty challenging. The death is a little funky because it's so easy to just get one shot by some of these enemies, but then I can just pop back up and have to run back and grab my stuff. I don't know. There's a few spots that feel weird, but ultimately, I like it. And yeah, this is one I'm gonna keep on my wish list for sure, and gonna keep an eye on for when it actually hits release. Because I think this is one I'm gonna want to try and play on my own at some point. Whether I do future videos, like actually playing the game or not, I'm not sure. Because it does feel kind of like why I stopped doing shoot, I lost the name of the game. The Diablo-like game. Just a lot of the gameplay was very samey. But I don't know. I'll see how it goes. For now, thanks so much for watching. Check out this game on Steam. I'll put a link in the description. And try it out for yourself. Looks like the demo keeps going beyond this point, so I don't know how far that goes. But there's a lot more here that I thought there was going to be for a demo. And this seems a lot further along than I thought it was going to be for something that hasn't like hit early access yet. But for now, have a good day, everyone. Bye.